Hey guys, Double Wide 6, and today I'm going to be putting new rotors on my Dodge Ram. So we'll take you along and show you how it goes. So I had the truck out at inspection and they told me the back left caliper was hanging up. So they recommended I got new rotors and replaced the caliper. So they wouldn't pass the inspection unless I did the caliper, so I did that. And I'm going to do the rotors myself. The guy told me the brake pads look pretty good, but I ordered the rotors and pads together in case I ever need to do it down the road. And you can see I'm using my tool cart here. This is the one I just did the review on, and it's nice to pull out and work with like this. Okay guys, these lug nuts that you get from Dodge are terrible. They get stuck in the socket. They're 7/8 of an inch or 21 metric, I believe. And this outside part that's covered in chrome is like really thin metal, and they get stuck in the socket. So you saw me struggling with them. I ordered new bolts, but they're not here yet, so I'm going to put the bolts on later. But I cannot stand these things. Here's a look at the rotor, and in here you can see the brake pad. And the brake pad's in really good shape, so I think these were replaced at one time, not by me. So we're going to keep the pads. We'll replace the rotors here. These are starting to get a lip on the edge. So first thing we got to do is get in here and loosen up this caliper. So there's two bolts. Alright, now we're going to try and loosen up the caliper. Alright. Okay, here's the fun part. Gotta try and knock off the hub so it won't shock it.
Let's get on there. I don't see much to pry on there. Oh, it's moving a little.
Maybe it was on there. So quick take a look at the rotors, and yeah, I mean, they're beautifully machined. You know, I was just going to buy the rear ones, but it wasn't that much more to get a full set. So I got all the rotors and the brake pads, and they're ceramic brake pads, and it was like, I think 160 bucks. You know, they were going to put these on over $200 for each rotor, and that didn't even include the labor. So yeah, I'm happy I'm doing it myself. Well, it was a bit of a battle to get it off there, but we got it. And you can see it's looking pretty rough inside. So what I'm going to do is brush this whole thing off with the wire brush, blow it out with some air. I'm going to lube up inside here a little bit, keeping oil off these shoes. So there's a bunch of moving parts inside the drum, and I'm just going to make sure everything's moving alright. And this is just a little PB blaster penetrating oil. Just trying to hit the springs and moving parts. We'll keep it off these pads. There's a bolt in here that looks pretty rusted. I'll just hit that. That'll help down the road. These parts look pretty rusted, so I just want to make sure that they're moving okay. And I'm going to take a screwdriver, just kind of pry on these and just make sure the springs and pads are moving. That one's a little bit crunchy, but it's moving, so that's good. While I'm in here, I'm going to hit everything with fluid film. I'm not hitting the part where the brakes go or the rotor, just the rusty parts. So we're going to use a little brake cleaner. And we're going to apply some brake grease. So I'm just putting a little brake cleaner on these. Okay, we're ready to put this back together. So it's been raining. This is the 4th time it rained today. At least it stopped. Call that a tight fit. Alright, now all we have to do is work the caliper up. Make sure you guys are in the shot here. Alright. Should be good. Alright. Got a little bit of blue Loctite on these bolts. Alright guys, now you get to see me try and put a heavy tire on. Well, we're going to go take a test drive in the rain, and I just wanted to mention that if you do this repair, you want to be sure you pump your brakes before you go anywhere. Well, I barely beat the rain this time. I did one wheel, and then I stopped because it was raining, came back out, did the other one, and barely got it done. This has to be like the rainiest summer on record here. It's been flooding all over the place. Anyhow, I'm Double Wide 6. Hopefully this video helps you guys out if you're doing this repair. If you could click the thumbs up and subscribe, that would help out. And I put links to the tools and supplies used for the projects down below. Thanks for watching, guys.